Hello, and welcome to Sorority. I am Becca Scott, your keeper of arcane lore, and I am here with three incredible players. We have Gina DeVivo.
I immediately choked on my Coca-Cola as I drank it.
Good thing I did you first.
Hi, it's me. I'm here.
Surena Marie.
Oh, hi.
And Krystina Arielle.
I am also in this chair.
They are in these chairs here with me in the flesh. And we're here to tell more of a spooky story. So let's jump right in. The three of you are left in utter darkness. As you feel your way forward, there seems to be only one path. And that path seems to be getting narrower and narrower. And the floor that sounded like wood is now turning to stone beneath your feet. It slants upward slightly, and the walls become craggy, unfinished stone, as if you're crawling through a cave. It gets tighter and tighter. You're still in utter blackness. What do you do?
I can sense that we're all a little speechless.
Yeah. No, this is truly terrifying. We're all this. It's very narrow. Narrow places make me a little uncomfortable, if I'm going to be very honest. And I'm clutching the ancestral sword.
Yeah. How is Beulah doing? Because you were quite emotional at the...
I think that the place that Beulah is in, where she's still trying to process what she just saw and repeating to herself, but how does a ghost die? How do you kill a ghost? If he's already a ghost and he's dead, then obviously we're going to be seeing him soon. Why are these walls closing in? And she's reaching out and touching the pieces of stone with her hand and just pushing at them and feeling the tightness around her through her body of just the absolute stress of this day.
The walls are not physically moving, but as you continue down the one path, the opening to which you can move forward is getting tighter. And you do feel the stress compounding with the emotional trauma she just suffered of losing what could have been a great new friend.
But how is he gone? I don't understand. How is he gone? Y'all, do you understand? Do you?
I think I do. I don't think that he's gone. I think that he's probably transferred. I don't think anything really goes away in this house. It's very strange. It doesn't seem like the energy dissipates in the way that normal energy does through death. I think that he's probably gonna be
reconstituting somewhere.
Exactly. So he just needs time. He's right now goo, and then he'll need time to, reconstitute into physical corporeal form, and then he'll be fine, and then you'll have your friend. So don't be sad, please.
Will you watch Mr. Prin die? We
said with disdain.
Not
like you, fair listener. No. This was a man.
Not all men, apparently.
Yeah.
But he was a lawyer.
Yes, and
all of
no
those.
Answers.
Not all lawyers.
He was a lawyer with no answers and no way of telling us what was going on.
Not all barristers.
And not all barristers.
If I'm going to be very honest, he understood the strangeness of this house. He seemed to anyway, and he lured us here, and under either truly that we own this place, and again from who, or he knew what he did when he lured us in here. He knew. So I'm not saying that he deserved to die. That would be very callous of me. I don't think so. I don't think that he deserved to die at all. But I think that the house took him because the house was done with him. Does that make sense?
And I guess what I'm getting at is he has died. We have seen Peter
Squished.
And so are we just to live out the rest of our days watching people die, repeat until the house is done with us? Or what comes next for all of us?
I think
what comes next for me is and she rolls up, she kind of does the gesture of rolling up her sleeves. I'm going to try to get through there.
Oh, that's a very tight corridor, okay?
When you said, when the house is done with us, will it kill us too? Small flickers of light, like little dust motes catching reflections, flicker around your head. But Enid said getting through there. Are you the first in the succession of moving through the tunnel?
I think that was me as like walking forward as a like the thing I'm doing next is taking the step forward.
Yes.
Great. And then who's in the back of between Violet and Beulah?
I think I'm in the middle.
Okay. Enid.
Yes.
You reach the smallest part of a tunnel. If you are in a normal person's crouching position, that's about the size. And you hit wood.
I'm quite small in stature, so this isn't too bad.
There's just a flat plank of wood right in front of you.
I give it a knock.
As you do, you feel the wood just swing slightly.
Oh.
And you can feel it there's something hanging. It's hanging from the top just above the opening that you are in. And it feels like
incredible.
The back of a painting. Perhaps.
Oh.
Before I move the painting, does this painting happen to have like eye slots?
Roll for luck.
For luck?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Are there? That's fun.
4. So
0, 0, 4.
0, 0, 4.
Yeah.
That's 4.
That's
4,
an
right?
extreme success, I imagine. Okay.
Do you extreme success on luck?
Unfortunately, luck is not something that can be improved upon, only run out of.
And also a lady tonight.
If ever there was a lady.
Course, yes. She may be a lady tonight as you, of course, see 2 pinpricks exactly the width of Enid's eyes specifically. And as you lean in and peer through, you see a room, a smallish room decorated in light white paint, pastel colors, and a tall woman standing facing away from you.
What do you see? What do you see?
There's a lady.
What?
There's a lady in there.
There's a lady.
She's tall. What is she doing?
You can see dark hair bunched in the back of her neck, a white cap, and she's sort of swaying. She's in the room alone, as far as you can see. You see.
I turn back to the line, and Violet. Yes. Do you remember? What was the woman that Arachne was?
Yes. The maid.
The maid
who was taking care of Arachne. Yes, her name was. Oh boy. I usually.
You of course remember
Agatha.
Her name was Winifred.
Winifred.
Who was Agatha? Oh, the wife.
The wife.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're absurd. Winifred.
Yes.
And do you turn back and pass the message?
I think that's a Winifred out there.
Make sure you look around a bit more. Do you see anything else aside from this woman?
Simultaneously, as you're asking this question, there's still little flickers of light kind of moving around. They seem to have a little bit of a sentience, but they're just twinkling lights in your periphery.
Beulah is looking around. Is anybody else seeing lightning bugs?
No, I don't think that those are bugs. They look
No, those are. I'm pretty sure I've seen lightning bugs my whole life. I'm pretty sure I'm looking at these little tiny lightning bugs with the little butts all lit up, little tiny wings.
I'm gonna try to catch one to show her.
Reaching out in the air. I'm gonna want a hard dex roll to see if you
Oh.
can catch one of these.
I didn't even think that would even be a thing. I thought my hand would just go straight through it. So, that is 31 over my dex of 80.
Yeah, that's a hard success. You catch one in your hand. It looks just like sunshine, but when you open your hand, it darts all over, and it moves so quickly that the light leaves little tracers in your vision, and it says H-I*.
Oh my goodness.
And then it jets out of your hand.
So, Beulah, I don't want to alarm you. In fact, I'm actually quite excited. I think that there is a sentient, energy around you that it's trying to communicate, and that is very cool. It likes you.
Are you talking about the lightning bugs?
It's not a lightning bug. It's not a lightning bug. It's like a little piece of, energy, sunshine.
So Beulah is looking at this light, which is honestly moderately to severely annoying.
When we're
Kind of beautiful-ish, if you into that sort of thing.
Violet has her notebook out and she is writing everything she sees, like, you know, jotting it down about this. It's fascinating.
Are you trying to use just the light that they're
Yes.
giving off?
And so it's like I'm stopping every other like word because it's darkness, and I'm like, okay, yes, okay.
Every time they fly a little closer, you're like, oh, there's
yes,
the
yes, yes,
paper.
yes, here it is.
Yeah, a couple times you just kept writing and wrote on your hand by accident.
No. Yes.
So I guess I'll bite. Excuse me, little tiny light.
Keep your voice down.
Yes, the lady will hear you.
Oh, so, excuse me, little tiny light.
Enid, you do see her pause and look up. But she is not looking at the painting. She's just looking up as if listening. Beulah, you see two little sparks of light stop in front of both of your eyes and hold steady for a moment. They just look like light.
This is fascinating.
Beulah's looking at these lights and just, it's not so bright that it makes her feel like she can't see, but it's just, you know how when you see something that's real beautiful, that it's confusing?
Yes.
I think it's about like that. Can I help you? Oh, sorry. Can I help you, little lights?
They rush towards your face and touch your cheeks and sit there, and you feel two tiny pricks of warmth, not burning warmth, just a toasty little warmth. And it kind of gives you the impression that they want to help you.
Now, Beulah is usually maybe a little rough around the edges, but there's something about this feeling of this light on her cheeks that kind of makes her insides soften, and she can feel herself just kind of knowing peace for the first time since she watched her potential homie get his head squashed.
And as she thinks of Peter, they start flying all through her hair, moving quickly.
Oh,
And they did
got excited.
First appear, you recall, when you mentioned all of the death you had already witnessed and the fact that you believe that this house might spit you out when it's done with you.
Y'all,
Yes.
now hear me out. This might not make nothing about this day makes sense, so I'm just going to say what it is.
Sure.
Is this Peter and Mr. Prim?
Oh, Mr. Prim probably no, but Peter maybe. I think it could.
As you say that, starts tangling your hair up and lifting it up.
Listen, I like you little ghost figures, but if you keep messing up my hair, I promise you.
It flies out of your hair and then
Thank
kind
you.
of smooths it a bit.
Oh, they're so polite.
Oh, thank you.
And then, as quickly as they came, they shoot forward straight into the tiny pinpricks of light coming through the eye holes of the painting. And they're gone.
I look through the pinholes.
Does she
Did that
see any?
get the attention of the lady in the room?
The room is brightly lit with daylight coming
Oh.
through windows, though you know it to have been a dim, murky, late afternoon with pouring rain, but not in the room that you're seeing into.
Oh,
I think we should follow it.
I think so too.
How do you feel, Beulah?
What if we said cacaw and got her to walk in the other direction?
Perhaps we would have to find another tunnel.
I put my mouth over the eyeball holes and I go, Winifred!
Oh, we're just going to do that.
I've already knocked once and she didn't do anything.
Oh, you did knock. Yeah,
Winifred!
she walks over and you see her come closer and she just stares at the painting, then picks it up, much as Violet did earlier this day in the entry hall. And she gasps and startles and drops the painting when she sees three women in the
We're
wall.
all right. We're living.
Hello.
You scared the daylights out of me.
Do you happen to be Winifred?
How do you know my name?
oh, we're the new wards of Arachne. And I start to try to climb down from whatever cubby I'm in.
I'm just assuming it's the smallest space, and then we're having to like be on our bellies, like crawling.
Yeah, she helps each of you out, and you see a beautiful, tall, lithe, coffee skin colored woman. She's wearing a blue floor-length dress. It's a simple dress, but the sleeves, the shoulders, so puffy. Collar high with a little bit of ruffle, and a long white apron over top. A simple housemaid's uniform. And a big pocket in the front with lots of things sticking out of it. And her hair looks like she's got a lot of hair, so many pins, with the neat little cap that you've seen already on top. And she looks completely confused at why you are here. New wards of Arachne.
Yeah, have you seen her?
Well, I've been looking for her all morning.
She's been looking for you as well.
I also had some wash to fold and just been doing all of the chores. Forgive me, I do not know your names.
Oh, Enid.
Hello, I'm Violet.
Hello, I'm Beulah Beatrice Hattie Maynard.
Beulah Beatrice Hattie Maynard. What a beautiful name. Have I seen you? When I was a young girl, I used to attend pageants.
Oh my God.
In the audience, of course.
At the sentence of I used to attend pageants, Enid's whole body just seizes up. Not visually, but like if you were looking at her, you'd be like, you look tense. But just an aside, Enid goes rigid.
Beulah, I'm so sorry to say, but you seem to have received a bit of a head wound. May I bandage you? She leads you over to a chair if you allow her.
Yes, you did a lot. You just frequented pageants a lot?
Oh, well, back when I had an aunt, she would take me. I was still very young, but I loved to see the women in their dresses and just the way they would wave and float like their feet weren't even touching the ground.
Trust me, they were. And Enid tries to find where are the windows, where the sunlight is coming from. Where is all this sunlight coming from?
You go over towards the bed. It's a small child's bed, shorter than an adult bed. And there are white lace curtains. And as you pull them back, it's as if there's just two light panels. There is nothing visible outside this window. It's as if the sun itself is sitting just beyond the panes.
As she throws open the curtains and is seeing that there are no windows, she's still just sort of going on lightly, almost to herself. They were just girls. There was nothing special about them. They just had a lot of training and it's just sort of on this like demystifying crusade to this young girl for some reason, and is desperately trying to find light.
You do feel a healing warmth to it. It does give you that sort of heat therapy, the sun therapy. You feel UV, but it's just you can't see anything outside the window.
Then Enid just closes her eyes and lets the light make the darkness behind her eyes glow orange.
Roll 1d4.
Okay. 1.
Gain 1 sanity.
Oh.
Yeah.
Love that. I think that Violet has crawled out of like the small cubby. She is still like going back and like kind of pulling out the sword because she still has the sword. So she's kind of dragging the sword into the room, trying to make sure to not ruin this like very beautiful space. So it's a heavy sword that I'm looking for a table to kind of look at the sword and be with it.
There is a dresser where she first had her back to the opening in the wall. Okay. You can go there and there's some laundry on top, but
perfect.
You're going to knock it off or put it right on top, whatever you prefer.
Yes.
Oh, please don't knock off that laundry.
No. I would never. I'm going to put it to the side and keep things very folded and nice. But I like the sword onto the table. And
a few flicks of ichor splash on the wall.
Oh yes, Yes, no, this makes sense. And I want to figure out, because in Violet's mind, while this is a very perhaps haunted house, there's a part of her that believes that this might be some sort of social experiment. And that magic is science that we haven't been able to explain yet. So if the sword is what is powering up that suit of armor, then it must have a power core or power center. So I'm trying to see if I can figure out the point of power into this sword and reason it with the magic that's kind of around us.
You're trying to dissect the magic of this ancestral sword.
Yes.
Okay. Give me a double roll in both occult and spot hidden.
Okay. Spot hidden is I think a regular success.
Okay.
And then occult, that is a fail.
Okay. You investigate the sword, and on it you see inlaid, intricate, woven designs that you know to be Celtic in origin.
Oh, interesting.
There are jewels inlaid in the hilt, which look to be both rubies and emeralds and diamonds.
Ooh.
An extremely elaborate design. There's a bit of rust, which you saw before, that is kind of indistinguishable from dried blood on the two sides of it's a flat blade, a maybe 4-inch wide, coming to a tip. You don't see a mechanical box inside it of any kind. You don't see any piece to take apart. It looks that everything was forged exactly in one piece, hilt included, and it's just a magnificent and very old sword. You estimate about 200, 300 years old.
Fascinating. The craftsmanship is really holding up. It must be a certain metal. It's a magnet, probably. Yes.
As you start holding it up to anything metal in the room you can find, Beulah, Winnie has led you over to a rocking chair covered in white cushions, and from the pouch in the pocket in her apron has pulled some gauze and is gently wrapping it around your head. So was that you I saw on stage all those years ago?
Beulah sits with her eyes closed as she's getting her head treated, but she opens her left eye and starts to look, trying to get some sense of familiarity. If she's seen her face before, if anything strikes her as familiar.
Just reaching for a memory. Let's roll. Let's roll for power.
Let's roll for
Let's roll for intelligence to see if you have a memory of her face.
Oh, wow.
2. A 2 is
Yeah.
incredible.
That's, wow.
I brought my good dice today.
Yeah. You take her in and you close your eyes and you have this magnificent vision of that moment when you were on stage looking out in the crowd, and in the very front row is a young girl, maybe 10 years younger than you, or maybe, so she's what, 9? And her face is lit with joy. She's with an older woman, a heavy-set woman with a big carpet bag over her shoulder that seems to be wearing some sort of uniform and looks in a hastily done bun like she just came from work. And this is a special thing that her and the girl with her do together. They're holding hands tightly. And she looks at you with such joy that you think, this is the reason why I'm here. Can you describe what Beulah is doing on stage, what she's wearing?
So Beulah's standing on the stage, and she has her hair flowing down with a little bit of on the sides with 2 braids just pulled kind of back. And she's got on the most revealing dress she owns. High collared neck.
Yep, that's the time.
And just a little bit above the ankle.
Ooh,
naughty.
Yeah.
Do you have stockings on?
No.
Oh my.
Just
my.
even got a little, I've got some boots on.
Ooh.
And even the boot is showing a little bit. And Beulah is standing up there And she's looking around that room at all those people. And it's time for the talent portion. And she looks at everyone and she says, deep in my heart, I know that you all thought I was going to come out here and sing a hymn or say something from the soul. And I just want to say, you should all get right with the Lord, because the end is very nigh. The rapture is coming, and it would not be me doing my due diligence if I did not make sure to let all of you know that you are loved, you are whole, and if you don't get right, you will go to hell. Thank you.
We cut back to the present moment, and Winifred, as she leans over to finish tying your bandage behind your head, you see a bit of ankle and a boot, not unlike the ones you wore that day.
Oh, you were there.
Oh,
I remember you. You were sitting right there in the front. I looked you directly in your eyeballs as I said that the crowd was going to hell.
Yes. I've never forgotten that. I've tried to be right with the Lord ever since.
And Beulah's eyes are just welling up with tears, and she's so unbelievably touched.
Well, I think that should help the wound to close. It wasn't too deep.
Beulah reaches her hand up and she kind of touches the gauze and looks again at Winifred and just says, it is lovely to see you. And it is, how did you end up here?
Oh, well, I just needed a job, and Arachne is the most wonderful little girl I could ever hope to be taken care of. I've only been here for a few months, but I mean, look at all these paintings that she's done in this time. And in one corner of the room is an easel and a small table and paints everywhere. And there are so many painted drawings, just piles of them. Drawings, paintings, drawings and paintings, all of the above.
I want to walk over and grab one. What's the first one that we see?
The first one you see is of a man with hunched shoulders, very short, wearing a pinstripe suit. It's all in black and white. His back is curved like a hook. He is bald except for one wispy white hair, and you recognize your friend Peter. Mr. Prynne was a very big, rotund, sweaty man.
Ah, yes. But it's the one little Peter.
What is Enid doing?
Enid has been heavily breathing and grumbling and shaking and trying her darndest to stay with her eyes closed and bite her tongue and stare out this not window and not start a fight. Just let them have it. Don't say it. And yeah, when Winnie starts going on about how she's just so delighted and Arachne's so good, you just lots of harumphs and agitation coming from the corner of Enid.
With all of your little sounds you're making, it is very distracting to me personally. So, almost like a ghost, I come up to because I'm much taller than you, right?
Yes.
You're very little. I'm like towering over you, and Enid. Hello. What you are making what you thinking about?
She just sort of stares through you, almost as if, I'll say this. She stares through you, and her mind's eye is seeing exactly the same day and the same performance and the same speech that Beulah Beatrice and Winnie just had a connection about.
Yeah.
And hers is from a different angle. And then she kind of shakes that memory away as it's replaced with your face as she comes back to the room.
Can we dive into that memory? I want to know where you were standing in that room.
She's, the flash we get is she is on the sidelines, backstage, waiting in the wings, we see Beulah from the side looking out into the crowd. And as Beulah is looking around and addressing the audience, we get one small eye contact between Enid and Beulah Beatrice as she gives a little smile and a wink. And Enid's hands are clasped in front of her in excitement as she gives an affirming, "You got it," kind of look, a stern but supportive look, and then smiles and then looks back out at the crowd as well, almost as if she's sort of waiting her turn, but is not prepping. She's watching. And then Enid shakes her mind, etch-a-sketching the memory away, and just says, "Oh, nothing good," as you ask her what she was thinking about.
How are you feeling? I mean, I know.
Awful.
Yes, that makes sense. But physically, how are you feeling?
Her hand just instinctually goes to her stomach and then realizes it doesn't actually hurt anymore.
If you pull up or pull aside or look through the gash in your dress where the crystal of the chandelier bit into Enid's skin, you see a scar with little bits of shining crystal in the scar, but it looks like a scar from long ago. It's completely closed.
Oh,
I guess the house isn't done with me.
fascinating. I also meant here, and I make a motion to almost touch your throat, but don't touch it.
Oh yeah, even just I was thinking about here. Enid immediately covers her whole throat with her hand.
So, sorry, I heard your sounds, and I thought perhaps you were having issues. I have lozenges if you want them.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Here. I made them, actually. They're like honey lemon. Here you are.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's real honey from Benjamin's apiary.
Perhaps I could... Oh, Benjamin's apiary? What a lovely place. I always wanted to visit. If you're thirsty, perhaps in the rooms down the hall, I may be able to fetch you something to drink. I do have another ward I need to check on.
I'm sorry.
Did you lose another one?
How many people are in this house, Winifred?
Well, that is an excellent question. This house has more rooms than I can count, but I mean, it's just me and Arachne here most of the time, ever since her father's passing.
Were you here for that?
Oh, well, now I can't recall. Yes. Oh, but no, I think I've started more recently than that. I'm so sorry. It's so funny that I can't quite remember. But I do know that my other ward is, an older gentleman that he's just not able to care for himself in certain ways.
Winifred, I just have a random question for you, darling. When's the last time you saw Arachne?
Oh, just this morning. I got her out of bed and dressed her in her pinafore. Just like always, fed her breakfast in the kitchens.
Is this her room?
Oh, yes. Yes, these are her paintings. Much of her art is hanging on the wall. Family and other... Well, she's just so imaginative. And as you look around, there's not just the drawing of Peter in black and white, but there's a man eating at the end of a long table full of platters of various foods. There is a bride wearing a veil, but the only color in it is just gold through the where the eyes would be underneath the veil. There's the Black Knight. There is a sort of animal creature with different animal parts.
Oh, I don't like that. I'm sorry. Winifred, could you excuse me for just a moment?
Well, of course. But I'll just be finishing up folding here, and then I'll go check on my other ward.
Yeah.
That sounds great. And you also said that you would get us maybe a beverage. If you find a kitchen, can you also bring me rope?
Rope?
Yes. Maybe and a plank of wood, if you have it.
I don't know that we have that, but you can always come with me, and we'll see what we do have.
Lemonade?
I'm just going to finish here and do my work. Pardon me.
Sorry.
Were you going to speak with them privately as she turns away?
Oh, is she gonna leave?
There's something that Beulah wanted to do? Go ahead. She stays in the room.
I loudly chew on the lozenge.
Enid, darling, would you mind if we talk for just a second?
The two of you and not me, correct? Or should I be here?
I'm sorry, in my mind, you're still asking for very random things.
No, but it's not random. I have a plan. A plan for these items.
I don't need Violet to leave unless you want to speak to me
I just
privately.
didn't know if you needed it.
No, there's nothing that I can't say to you that I can't say in front of you.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of a way to say this delicately.
You always do.
What the fuck?
Yes. Yeah.
I've known you long enough to know your responses.
Oh.
So would you like to explain to me why the entire time I'm just telling a simple story to this lady, you've decided to just put out all of the negative energy you've ever experienced in your mind?
Ooh, so I don't need to be here for this. I'm going to...
You can stay. If you
will.
want to have this conversation, I would very much like to have this conversation and figure out we're in a tense enough situation. Why are you... Did I do something to you?
I am, and she hasn't let go of her neck, but she is now just like gripping the clothing around her own neck. And
I was not grumbling at you, Beulah Beatrice, Hattie Maynard. I was simply expressing myself for the Lord.
And on that note, Winifred has finished putting away her laundry and she says, "You must just come with me. I have much to do today and I'm going to need your assistance. Please, this way."
Sure.
She guides you out of the room, closes the door behind you, and in front of you materializes a room that wasn't there before you stepped through it. You would think that there would be a hallway, and yet you step into grand chambers.
Ooh.
High ceilings, long curtains in front of the windows, chaise lounge to one side, and a ginormous bed covered in curtains. Everything is rich golds and reds and purples and silk, and felt a moment ago as you were in the late 1800s, and now it feels as if you stepped back 150 years straight into the fine castles and palaces of France. And lying in front of you on a large, luxurious chaise is a man.
Oh.
A wayfish man with hair the color of wheat and milky pale skin, wearing a thick, luxurious silk robe and slippers with his bare legs showing, chest hair curling out of his robe. He's lounging upon a silk upholstered chaise. Winnie! Winnie! Oh, my darling Winnie, bring me more soup. And you see 3 empty bowls, and then he gestures to on the floor beside him.
He loves soup.
at this new site, Enid just goes, "You're right, things are different. I'll contain it."